I mean, I had thought about it, but I wasn't really sure. So I really didn't come in with any preconceived expectations of how loud it was going to be. You got to take it all in. You got to, as the game went on, it got easier and easier. So it's one thing that you learn from and you carry over to your next experience.
Hey Jay, not your best night offensively, obviously, but considering you guys at the halftime lead, you held the 16. What does this do for the confidence of your team in November?
I mean, our confidence is high. We would have liked to win this game because, as you said, we did have the lead at halftime, but the offense let us down. I mean, we just didn't get the job done today. We have to make more plays. We got to be smarter with the football. I mean, there's a handful of mistakes, mostly mine, that cost us this game.
What did Clemson do up front to really challenge you there?
I mean, they were just themselves. They just brought pressure and they played their game. They didn't care what we did because they weren't interested in it. They were man up, and we're gonna blitz the young quarterback until he makes a mistake. And tonight I made mistakes.
You just said you have to learn from this. What do you take away from this? What do you learn from a game like this?
I mean, you just have to. There's a lot of things that you can learn. I mean, as you see, we losing 16-6 in a game that at halftime was 6-3 in our favor. Coming out at halftime, being smarter with the ball. I mean, interception in the first half, fumble right before halftime, and then throwing an interception which was one of the greatest plays that I've ever seen. I mean, going up one-handed and just snagging it. And those are things that you can't prepare for, but you have to think about them beforehand, because seeing him, you got to put the ball a little bit higher so that way it's just out of his reach, so it drops over, and maybe we have another big play. So, I mean, those are all things that you have to take away from this.
I feel like you earned some respect down here as a team.
I mean, as a team, defense played great today. I mean, offense let them down. We did not come out and perform the way that we are capable of, and we have to get to that point where we're flowing on all cylinders. But defense definitely came out tonight, and they earned respect because they were incredible to watch. Was it 4 turnovers? You have 4 turnovers, you should not lose. And on the offense, we didn't get the ball. We didn't get the job done.
How hard is it to approach the defense after a game like that? Just the guys in the defense.
I can't look them in the eyes. I mean, knowing that your job is to get points on the board, and knowing that you didn't get your job done, and seeing how they played, you have no words. You can't look them in the eye and say I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, you have one job, and if you don't get that done, I mean, what are you really doing?
Is that kind of walking off the field with those guys or in the locker room? Is there a moment you can point to?
I mean, through the course of the game, when we had chances to score and we didn't, or when we had chances to make big plays and we didn't, it's just like on the sideline, you're just like, yeah, they come up to you and they're like, all right, we have confidence in you, let's get it done. And you're not getting it done, but they're still performing and they're still saying it. I mean, it's through the entire course of the game. It's after the game, walking to the locker room. It's in the locker room. It'll be on the bus ride to the plane and the plane ride home. I mean, it's just going to be one thing that you have to swallow, that it hurts.
Coach said beforehand he wanted you guys to come down here and have fun and enjoy the experience as well as play hard. Did you have fun in that atmosphere and playing out there?
I had a blast. I mean, you can't come into a game and not expect to have fun, especially in a venue such as Death Valley. I mean, it's one of the greatest places to play, if not the greatest. So, I mean, this was definitely a game that I had fun in competing against. That's the best defensive 7 I've ever played against, and probably it'll be the best defensive 7 that we'll play against. I mean, having that many NFL caliber prospects across the entire board, it doesn't get much better than that in a venue like this.